Once, a man declared, "I have a dream of freedom, equality, and justice." But today, dreams alone are not enough. It is time for us to awaken, to see the world as it is, and to question the path we are being led down.
Today, power no longer wears armor. It hides in the shadows, flowing through banks, corporations, and unseen networks. And when chaos reigns, the promise of safety becomes a weapon. This is the brink of a new era. They call it the Great Reset. But reset for whom? And at what cost? To understand the Great Reset, we must look back at the steps that shaped our present. In 1971, the gold standard was abandoned, breaking the tie between currency and tangible value. This marked the start of a debt-driven financial system, one where speculation and centralization of wealth became the norm. Fast forward to 2008, the global financial crisis. Trillions of dollars were funneled into saving corporations deemed too big to fail, while ordinary people lost homes, savings, and livelihoods. Critics argued this wasn't a glitch in the system, it was the system working as intended. And then came 2020. A global pandemic rewrote the rules of living. Lockdowns, remote work, and cashless payments became the new normal. Surveillance expanded while personal freedoms contracted. Entire industries transformed overnight, leaving many behind while a select few adapted and thrived. These weren't just challenges, they were opportunities. Opportunities for those with power to consolidate it further, and now they have a plan. The Great Reset. But what does that plan mean for us? The Great Reset is a global initiative introduced by the World Economic Forum during the pandemic. Its stated goal? To create a more sustainable, equitable, and inclusive global economy. But as with any bold vision, it has sparked significant debate. The reset focuses on three pillars: restructuring economies under the banner of sustainability, accelerating technology integration into every aspect of life, redefining ownership, shifting it from individuals to centralized systems. Take ownership, for example. Imagine a world where you no longer own your car, your home, or even your clothes. Instead, you pay for access on their terms. BMW recently made headlines for charging subscription fees for heated seats, a feature already built into the car. This isn't an isolated case, it's the start of a trend where products are no longer yours, but rented for as long as you can pay. Corporations like Blackstone are purchasing homes in bulk, turning once affordable neighborhoods into rental-only zones. And digital currencies, championed by central banks, are poised to replace cash entirely. Every transaction tracked, every dollar controlled. Is this progress, or a shift that consolidates power at the expense of individual freedom? In 2016, the World Economic Forum published an article titled, "Welcome to 2030, I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better." Their vision paints a picture of access replacing ownership. Instead of owning a car, you rent one. Instead of buying a home, you lease it. Everything you need is provided as a service. On the surface, this seems convenient. But what happens when convenience comes at the cost of dependence? When you own nothing, you control nothing. Every aspect of your life, transportation, housing, even your ability to work, becomes a privilege granted by the system, and the system can take those privileges away. Can happiness truly exist when freedom is no longer guaranteed? From financial fear indices like the VIX to record inflation rates, the global economy stands on fragile ground. Stock markets fluctuate wildly, spurred by uncertainty and geopolitical tensions. Central banks, grappling with mounting debt, have begun exploring digital currencies as a solution. The International Monetary Fund has even floated the idea of a single, global currency to streamline trade. But critics warn these initiatives don't just solve problems, they centralize control. A world without cash could mean a world where every transaction is monitored, every financial decision scrutinized. Social credit systems like those already implemented in China show how digital tools can determine access to housing, education, and even travel. This isn't just about economics, it's about rewriting the very fabric of society. And the architects of this vision, like Klaus Schwab, argue it's a necessary step for progress. But necessary for whom? What do you think? Are these changes building a better future or dismantling the freedoms we once took for granted? The Great Reset is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. From skyrocketing inflation to housing challenges, the systems we rely on are shifting beneath our feet. Some experts warn that our financial systems, already burdened by debt, are unsustainable. And for those who seek control, collapse isn't a threat, it's an opportunity. A chance to rebuild the world on their terms, with centralized currencies, global governance, and new rules of ownership. But the real question is, where do we fit into this vision? And as we stand on the precipice of change, one voice echoes through history, reminding us of the power of hope and unity. Once Martin Luther King Jr. declared, "I have a dream, that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together." These words were spoken in a time of transformation, a call for justice, equality, and a brighter future for all. But today, as we face changes of a different kind, we must ask, what kind of future is being built for us? Do the promises of progress, unity, and equality align with the reality of centralized power and control? Or are we being led into something far less hopeful? But as we think about this vision for the future, we have to ask, does this ring a bell? If you've watched our video on Project Bluebeam, you might recall the unsettling idea of using major global events to justify a complete societal transformation. Do they need something big, something unprecedented to make this transition? It's something worth thinking about. The Great Reset may be a plan for a better future, or the beginning of something we've yet to fully understand. Some may call it crazy, we call it curiosity. Every breakthrough starts with someone questioning the unquestionable. What if we're wrong? What if we're right? Stay curious, stay bold, and never stop questioning, because that's how progress begins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time on Misty Q Time, where the mysteries never end.